Hi. In today's world, we know a lot of scientists and about their discoveries. In today's presentation, I'm going to talking about Luise Agassiz. Luise Agassiz was a renowned Swiss American biologist and geologist known for his work on glaciers and natural history. He made significant contributions to the study of ice ages and the classifications of fish. His research laid on the foundation for glaciology. He helped us understand ice ages and how different types of fishes are related. Mm, his full name is Jean-Louis Rudolph Agassiz. He was born on May 28, 1807 in Meudon, Switzerland. As we all know that Switzerland is a very beautiful country. Louis was passed away at the age of 66 on December 14 in 1873 in Cambridge, USA. He was married to Cecil Brown, but after her death, he was married to Elizabeth Cabot Carey. Elizabeth was known writer and promoter of women education at that time. Louis Louis studied natural science at his time. Um, as Luise Agassiz was a prominent scientist known for his work in biology and geology, particularly in the study of glaciers and fish classifications. His research significantly contributed to our understanding of ice ages and the natural world. Here is the picture of Elizabeth Cabot Carey Agassiz for you. Louis was called as American opponent of Darwin as well, because as being a believer of immutability of species and polygenism, he rejected Darwin's theory of evolution by natural selection. But actually, Louis was not an opponent of Darwin, but he did have differing views on some aspect of evolutionary theory. Agassiz believed in the concept of multiple creations, suggesting that different species were individually created by a higher power rather than evolving from a common ancestor as proposed by Darwin's theory of evolution. Here are some events of his life. Louis served as professor of natural history at University of New Châtel from 1832 to 1846. Later, he moved to the United States, where he taught at Harvard University as a professor of zoology and geology. Agassiz conducted extensive research on glaciers and fish, published influential works on these subjects. Here further I am going to show you some of his discovery and achievements. He had done a lot of discoveries and achievements in his life. He contributed to zoology as firstly he issued a prospectus of history of the freshwater fishes of Central Europe. Luise Agassiz made significant contribution to zoology through his detailed studies of fish. He classified and described numerous of species of fish, advancing the field of ichthyology. His work in zoology, particularly in fish research, helped lay the groundwork for a modern understanding of biodiversity and animal classification. In evolution, he maintained in his statement that organisms arose by a series of independent and serial creations. There could be no hereditary continuity between different types of organisms, which is against Darwin's theory that we have discussed earlier. Agassiz's work in evolution was notable for his opposition to Charles Darwin's theory of evolution through natural selection. Agassiz believed in the concept of separate creation and the idea that each species was individually designed by a higher power. Despite his disagreement with Darwin, Agassiz's contribution to the study of natural history and his work on ice ages remains significant in the field of science. Another one is he founded the museum in the United States. As he moved to the United States and worked at Harvard University, he founded the Museum of Comparative Zoology at Harvard and made significant contribution to the field of geology, biology, and paleontology throughout his life. When he was professor at Harvard University, he founded a geology museum. This was the unique institutions in the United States of that time. He has a great impact on education as well as he being a professor at different institutions. He influenced many students and promoted hand-on learning and field research. His establishment of the Museum of Comparative Zoology at Harvard University had a significant impact on education as well. This institution served as a center for research and education in zoology, providing students and scholars with valuable resources for studying the natural world. Agassiz's dedication to scientific research and education helped inspire future generations of scientists and contributed to the advancement of logical studies as well. Scientific expeditions. He donned his research and studied the Amazon River's natural history and collected extensive biological and logical data, which contributing to our understanding of Earth history and natural processes. Further, here is as per my research, I have figured it out like ice age theory was his most important discovery. In this theory, he states that large parts of Europe and North America were covered by glaciers. This is a theory that fundamentally changed the understanding of Earth's geological history, which impacted on advancement in geological and climate change, understanding of it, environmental awareness, and educational influence, and in many more aspects. His research on glaciers and geological formations led to groundbreaking insights into Earth's past climate and the concept of ice ages, revolutionizing the understanding of geological history. Here I gather some of his interesting quotes. In number one, there is Study Nature, not books. Number two is every great scientific truth goes through their three stages. First, people say it conflicts with the Bible. Next, they say it had been discovered before. Lastly, they say they always believed it. In number three, there is I spent the summer traveling. I got halfway across my study. Wow. For I cannot afford to waste my time making money. At last, here is a citation of the sources that I have been used to make this presentation and research about Luise Agassiz. That's all for today that I am about to say. Thank you.